The Kohinoor is the most recognizable diamond on Earth. Yet, by strict decree, the British monarchy forbids any king of England from ever wearing it. The royal family honors a centuries-old superstition tied to this specific stone. Any man who claims it will eventually lose his throne, his mind, or his life. To understand why a modern empire bows to an ancient curse, we have to trace the diamond's 700-year path through history and see how its brilliance weaponized the greed of the men who held it. The story begins in 13th century India, deep inside the Kohinoor mines of the Kakatiya dynasty. Miners extracted a colossal uncut diamond weighing an estimated 793 carats. Rather than hoarding it in a vault, the Kakatiya rulers offered it to the divine. They embedded the enormous stone directly into the left eye of the Hindu goddess Bhadrakali. From the moment it was pulled from the earth, a defining rule governed this diamond. It was never bought in a market, and it was never sold for gold. By removing commerce as a path to ownership, the Kohinoor effectively turned every neighboring ruler into a potential thief. To hold the light, a king had to unsheath the sword. The Delhi Sultanate eventually seized the stone, and it quickly passed to the Mughal conqueror Babur. He was so staggered by its size, he wrote that selling it could feed the entire human race for half a day. Generations later, Emperor Shah Jahan decided to show off that wealth. He embedded the priceless diamond at the very top of his extravagant multi-million-dollar peacock throne. This diagram illustrates the physical devastation of the stone. Shah Jahan was overthrown and imprisoned by his son, Aurangzeb, who handed the gem to a clumsy Venetian jeweler. The jeweler botched the cut, shattering the massive original down to a fraction of its size. Within decades of mounting the stone, the Mughal line devolved into a succession of fratricides and civil wars, leaving a fragmented state that was vulnerable to foreign invasion. As the Mughals weakened, the Iranian ruler Nadir Shah saw an opening. He invaded, massacred the citizens of Delhi, and extorted the diamond from the defeated emperor through a forced exchange of turbans. Nadir Shah became entirely obsessed with his prize. He named it the Kohinoor, meaning the Mountain of Light, and strapped it to his arm so it would never leave his sight. The extreme paranoia of holding the Kohinoor fractured his mind. He accused his closest allies of treason, and finally, his own trusted bodyguards slipped into his tent in the dead of night and assassinated him. The Kohinoor functioned as a test of loyalty that most failed. It provided a singular, high-value target that rewarded betrayal from within the inner circle. Following Nadir Shah's death, the diamond bounced between fleeing Afghan royals until it was given to the powerful Sikh leader, Maharaja Ranjit Singh, who wore it proudly during public festivals. But when Ranjit Singh died in 1839, the Sikh empire tore itself apart. In just a few years, a wave of political assassinations wiped out almost every single capable adult heir in the royal family. The mighty Sikh empire was suddenly left entirely in the hands of the last surviving heir, a 5-year-old boy named Duleep Singh. The sudden disappearance of Ranjit Singh's adult heirs left the Sikh military and its most prized possession in the hands of a child, creating a power vacuum that the British East India Company was waiting to fill. The British Empire capitalized on that exact weakness. In 1849, Governor-General Lord Dalhousie defeated the fractured Sikh military and forced the child king to sign the Treaty of Lahore, formally surrendering the Kohinoor. The British shipped the diamond to London in total secrecy, but when they finally displayed it at the Crystal Palace, the public was entirely underwhelmed by its dull, unpolished appearance. Queen Victoria ordered the stone drastically recut, down to 105.6 carats, to maximize its brilliance. Fully aware of its bloody history, she issued a strict decree that only women could ever wear it. The British monarchy absorbed the legend of the curse into their official protocol, using legal treaties to transform a history of battlefield theft into a permanent state asset. Today, ownership of the diamond is an active geopolitical conflict. This map highlights 4 nations, India, Pakistan, Afghanistan, and Iran, demanding the Kohinoor's return. The British government refuses to negotiate, citing the 1849 Treaty of Lahore, arguing it was legally transferred by a 5-year-old under duress. That legal defense faces heavy friction today. Politicians like Shashi Tharoor routinely criticize the continued possession of the diamond as a glaring example of unreturned colonial loot, even as courts acknowledge the historical paperwork. The Kohinoor acts as a 105-carat magnifying glass for human ambition, demonstrating that whether claimed by a cavalry charge or a colonial pen, the pursuit of absolute power leaves a consistent trail of ruin.